Hi, I'm Jeff with Red Dot Imaging. We're going to take a look today at some of the powerful photo editing tools in MediaImpressions. I'm going to select an image, and down at the bottom from our toolbar we're going to select photo editing tools. This will bring up our photo editor. Going to maximize that to full screen. And over on the left we can start to see some linear tools we have to work with. The first one's Enhance. We can select to auto-enhance an image, but in this case I'm going to manually enhance it. So I want to increase the vividness or saturation of the image. So move the slider to the right. There we go. And I want to make the image a little more crisp. Use the sharpen tool for that. Looks good. Click apply, and that saves our changes. The next option is our color. Color lets you interact with the picture to make different colors more intense. In this case I want to focus on the purples and blues. Slide it to the left a bit. Looks good. Next we'll use the red eye option. Red eye can be automatic, or we can manually go in and seek out the red eye of our subjects. Click on the red pupil area, and the red eye is automatically removed, preserving the luminance of the eyes. Now in our crop option we can set an area within the image we want to keep. Moving the crop box around. You can also change the orientation of the crop box. In this case I want to move it to the left a bit. I just want the Easter girl. So that looks about right. Now this is a bound box, so I can't move it until I go to the custom option. And now I can drag the box any size I want. I want to fill the screen. Okay, click the crop button and the image has been cropped. Now there's a problem with this picture. I still got mom in there. Kind of disturbing. So for that, go to my enhancement tools here, and now we'll find a lot of Photoshop quality elements. In this case we're going to select the clone tool. Clone tool lets us use a source part of the image and literally paint that source on different parts of the picture. So I'm going to select my source and begin to paint. Now mom's slowly disappearing. I can select another source area, kind of mix it up a bit, paint some more, and as if by magic, mom's virtually gone. There's her hand. Clear that out. Pick another source. A couple brush strokes. Eggs away. And now we've got a shoe down there. Clone that out. Picture's done. We're going to go over on the rotate option here just to show you that if we wanted to, we could straighten the image or rotate it to give us some interesting effects up to 90 degrees. But I like this picture the way it is, so I'll just keep it centered. Move on. Oh, I get prompted to save if I don't click apply. Let me go ahead and do a blur in the background now. See, this background back here is detracting just a bit from my subject, so by selecting the blur tool and using my hand I can mask out the parts of the image I want to preserve, in this case the foreground and the girl. Just kind of go around the girl, and because I want to keep the foreground the protected part or the unblurred part, I'm just going to circle all the way around the picture up to my starting point and release. Now you can see the blur effect in the back. Sometimes blur might be too intense, so we can give it more blur or less blur. In this case I want to give it a little less. I still want to make out these are flowers, and I want to change the hardness of the edge just to make it a little softer, a little more subtle. There we go. Click apply. Image is saved. I'll give you a quick look at the before and after. I'll do the undo option and then redo. You can see we've made a considerable change in that picture. So I like that picture. Click save as. Save it directly into my existing album. I don't have girls anymore, just a girl. Click save, and that's a copy saved into my album area. Now in addition to enhancing images, we can use the blur tool to create the effect that a high-end photographic lens would create. Let's take this picture here. Again, go down to our edit, photo editing tools, bring up our editor. We're going to go right to the blur option. Now the background of this picture actually detracts from the subject in the foreground. Now, if I had a lens with a high depth of field, I could blur that out manually. But in this case, I'm just going to use the hand again. Create kind of a blur line, go around the subject. Okay, and the tolerances don't have to be that close. This is a very forgiving tool. So just kind of wrap around. Again, we're going to preserve the foreground in this case, so wrap all the way around to our starting point and release. And now our subject is the predominant element within the picture, not distracted by the background. Give it some adjustment to kind of give it that depth of field look we'd see with the professional camera. Click apply, and there's our before and our after. So, blur, crop, clone, and red eye reduction. Give it a try.